Once upon a time, in the mysterious village of Azalea, a man named Tom decided to move to an old, creaky, haunted house on the outskirts of town. He was a friendly but somewhat lonely soul, hoping that the change of scenery would bring some excitement into his life. Little did he know that the house was already occupied by a mischievous ghost named Lucy. As soon as Tom settled in, strange and funny things started happening. His socks would disappear, only to reappear hanging from the chandelier. The TV remote danced across the living room seemingly on its own, changing channels randomly. At first, Tom found the pranks amusing, thinking it was just the house's quirky charm. But one evening, as he was finishing his dinner, a piece of bread levitated from his plate and playfully tickled his nose. He looked up to find a translucent figure of a woman with a mischievous grin floating before him. "You've got to be kidding me. You're a ghost?" Tom said, half chuckling, half bewildered. "That's right, sweetie. I'm Lucy, the ghost of this house," she replied, her voice echoing. Despite being startled, Tom found himself strangely drawn to Lucy's playful and witty personality. They began to spend time together, having hilarious conversations and enjoying impromptu dance parties. As days turned into weeks, Tom realized he had fallen for the spectral prankster. "Lucy, I never thought I'd say this, but would you like to be my ghostly girlfriend?" he asked, half in jest. To his surprise, Lucy blushed, or at least appeared to blush before agreeing. Their ghost-human relationship seemed like a match made in the afterlife. However, over time, Tom started to miss the warmth of human companionship. One day, he met a vivacious woman named Kate at the town's quirky carnival. They hit it off instantly, and Tom couldn't resist asking her out on a date. Soon, they became inseparable, laughing and enjoying each other's company. But as Tom's focus shifted to Kate, Lucy's mischievous spirit took a turn for the worse. She felt abandoned and jealous, and the pranks she played on Tom and Kate grew more intense. Lights flickered wildly, objects flew across the room, and chilling voices whispered in the night. A creepy voice whispered into Kate's ear, "He has herpes," and the clap. Kate looked confused and looked around the room. More whispers continued. "His feet stink, and he doesn't brush his teeth." Kate said, "What?" The voice whispered, "He has bad credit. Run, girl." "Tom, I thought we had something special. How could you replace me with a living girl?" Lucy wailed, her voice echoing throughout the house. "You were inside me, Tom," Tom replied. No, that was your invisible body that passed through me that night. I didn't ask you to do that," Lucy replied, "but it was like we were one person when we combined bodies like that. How could you do me like that, and hook up with this meatbag?" Tom tried to reason with Lucy as she cried invisible tears. "I'll haunt you in this life and the next, you two-timing turd." That night, Tom and Kate fell asleep. Tom woke up to the sounds of a cat meowing. Tom walked to the living room to find a cat sitting near the dresser. "How did you get in here?" Tom kneeled down to grab the cat and heard a woman yell, "I'm sorry, but I love you." The big dresser pushed over and fell on Tom's head. Tom woke up to see his body laying on the floor in a pool of blood and was in shock. He looked across the room to find the ghost of Lucy. "Now we can be together," she said. Tom said, "No, this isn't Corpse Bride. If you don't get out of here with those old drape-wearing fake Ghost of Christmas Past looking as, watch the movie Ghost too many times looking as, haven't showered since Purgatory looking as 'cause you're allergic to holy water. I'm going to heaven." A light opened up in the sky and Tom flew up to heaven.